Good morning. Good morning. We went live straight away today. That's unusual. So just wait a couple of seconds for people to tune in who I know are getting ready to tune in with me this morning. And while Facebook makes its announcements, if you are already on, hello and welcome to live at 5:55. 5 minutes with me, Michelle House from Rich Living, where I just pick a topic that's relevant to to money and mindset and how we can have a more rich life. So we can see people are starting to appear. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so today's topic is I have no money. Is that true? Now, I work with people that are in a place of suffering around whatever story and whatever statement they are telling themselves about money. And one of these statements, I have no money, is actually a statement that I hear a lot. And they come to me saying, I have no money, I have no money. And as we go through and work together, we work out that they actually do. So one of the processes that I use and refer to in my work is the work of Byron Katie. Now, you can go to her website, thework.com, and she has 4 questions that you go through to help you. It's almost, I call it practicing the pivot. We have to get to this place where we're going along in the suffering of, I have no money, I have no money, I have no money. We need to stop and do a pivot. I go this way. I couldn't really pivot then because my knee, sorry. And then go this way. And practicing the pivot is where those mindset messages are coming up and you can quickly go through them and change them. So here's a way to practice the pivot using the work of Byron Katie. The first question, when you hear a statement that you say to yourself, like I have no money, or I'm broke, or we can't afford that, is rather than moving on to the next sentence in your mind, is to pause and say, okay, I'm getting ready to practice a pivot here, and ask yourself the question, is that true? Do I have no money? Is that true? Actually, no, I have $5 in my bank account, so I have money. So the statement isn't true. This is really getting to the core of what we say to ourselves and the truth that we are for ourselves. So if the question, if it is true that you don't have any money, so sorry, let me get this right. So the statement is, I have no money. Is it true? Yes, it's true. I have absolutely no money. I've got no assets. I've got nothing. I've got no house. I've got nothing I can sell. No. Very rarely do I get people in that position. Most people then move on to the next question, which is, can you absolutely know that it's true? So back to the statement, I have no money. Can you absolutely know that that's true? Really? You have no money? But hang on a second. I saw you driving a car. Isn't that your car? Is that your house? Money doesn't have to actually be physical money in the bank, right? It can be anything. It can be in any form. So getting to your truth about that statement of I have no money, can you absolutely know that it's true? In some circumstances, for some people, it is absolutely true that they have nothing. They have no money. Usually those people are homeless. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Tess. So the third question then is, how do you react? What happens when you believe that thought? So you've gone through step 1 and 2 with those 2 questions. Then you need to check in with how you are reacting to that thought of I have no money. So I have no money. Is that true? No, actually I do have a couple of bucks in the bank, and I've got a house, and I've got this and I've got that, and I've got some shares and I've got some superannuation. Oh, actually that statement's not true. Can I absolutely know that it's true? Well, it's absolutely not true. Actually, when I think about it, I do have money. Okay. And as you're going through that process, you can start to feel yourself calm down and get a little bit of removal from the panic. So that's when you're tuning into how are you reacting when you have that thought, right? So you're going, I really have no money. I never get to do anything I want to do. Oh my God, Christmas is coming up. God, I haven't made any sales in my business. Oh my God, what am I going to do when we go on holidays at work? What am I going to do for money? Blah, blah, blah. So how are you reacting? What's your physical reaction? What's your emotional reaction? And what are those things that you're saying to yourself? Does this thought bring stress or peace into your life? I'm actually quoting from a piece of paper that I printed off from Byron Katie. You can go to her website and get it. I stick this on the fridge and go through this process with my kids. So does that thought bring peace or stress into your life? What images do you see? Past, future, what physical sensations arise? So maybe when you're saying this statement, I have no money, it's, I remember my mum saying that all the time, and she used to say it around Christmas time. So start writing down and thinking about what they are. What emotions are arising when you believe that thought? Do any obsessions or addictions begin to appear? When you've got no money, do you then go shopping? And I'm laughing because people do that. People go, I have no money. Oh my God, I've got no money. I need to feel better. And then they go and put money on credit cards. Do you act out? So when you're saying that statement, I have no money, what's happening around you in your world when you say that statement? And how do you treat the person in this situation when you believe the thought? How do you treat other people and yourself? So if you're saying, I have no money, do you then start beating yourself and going, you see, you are hopeless with money. You were no good at maths when you were a kid. Remember Mr. Robinson, he said that you would never amount to anything, blah, blah, blah. So this is where you can really start to tune into that one statement, I have no money, and look at all the layers of stuff that are holding you back from living a rich life, from being enriched, from having that richness that you want. Not just money, but richness from here. So the fourth question that you have is, and I've gone a bit over, we're 6:01, no Tattinger for me. Who would you be without that thought? Who would you be without the thought, I have no money? So the opposite thought is, I have money, right? So go, okay, if I have money, if I can say, I have money, who would I be? Oh, I'd be really grounded. I'd feel really safe. I'd probably be a nice mum and stop yelling at my kids. I'd be more productive in my business. So start thinking about all the things you would be without that thought, and then turn the thought around like we just did then. Turn the thought around. A statement, and I'm reading this again from Byron Katie's, a statement can be turned around to the self, to the other, and to the opposite. Find at least 3 specific genuine examples of how each turnaround is true for you in this situation. So for example here, she has one, he shouldn't waste his time. Maybe the turnaround statement should be, I shouldn't waste my time. I shouldn't waste his time, he shouldn't waste his time. Note that I should waste my time and I should waste his time are not valid turnarounds. They're turnarounds of turnarounds rather than turnarounds of the original statement. So there's a way to break down that statement and start to move forward. So jump onto thework.com of Byron Katie. Like I said, I use this with my kids when they come running in and they go, and I go, is that true? Let's look at that. And then break it down for them so that they're really getting used to connecting with their feelings and their emotions rather than already programming themselves with a statement. Does that make sense? I hope it does. This work, I've been doing this work through my clients, but also I've been doing it with myself, and it was one of the biggest game changers for me in actually getting to, hang on a second, is it true? There's actually a follow-up to this, which I will post tomorrow. More of a practical thing. Morning, Deborah. More of a practical aspect to it, where we can look at the facts and go, hang on a second, it's not true. I actually have blah, 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 blah. So I'll talk about that. Might actually put it in the transcript to this. Thank you for joining me. I love seeing your faces in the morning, and I will be back tomorrow with tomorrow's live. Here we go. 5 minutes at 5:55 live. All right, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.